this is JTwisdom with BoldingEleganceandGrace.com, and I hope you are having a happy holiday. Christmas is almost here, and I pretty much all decorations are up. One of the things I wanted to talk about today for a quick tip is to talk about the stars in the sky tree. Now, this tree has 8,000 lights. Yes, I said it, 8,000 lights. And this was a tree that I first saw on LisaRobinson.com. When Lisa Robinson actually has a show on Facebook, and it's like every Monday, and she highlights some things that she actually sells, whether it can be jewelry, it can be clothes, it can be Christmas, it can be all kinds of different things, just a variety of different things that she really likes and that she thinks that her tribe would like also. So the one thing I had actually had held off on getting the tree, because the tree is not it's an investment, let's put it like that. And the one tree that we got the tree from Menards. Beautiful tree was not really expensive. It might have been a couple $100 or something like that. And then year after year, either like the middle part of the lights would go out, and then we would try to make it happen with getting lights that would match that color. And then the following season, then the whole half of the tree went out. So we just had to we just said, well, we'll just go all in and we'll just see what this tree is really like. So we just finally said, oh, and so the tree happened to be available. So we got the tree. We just got this tree last year. And when we saw the tree, we were like, wow. I mean, I had never seen a tree with so many lights. So everything she said about this tree is true. This is, I think she goes to the Netherlands, and then she picks out certain kinds of trees. She saw this tree. She said she saw this tree where she was filling down in the dumps with a friend, and she said that's how she started her company. And actually, that's really is, because I kind of been on her like as part of her group for a long time, and I realized that's how she first started her company, was with the tree. So we tried the tree, and it's been really beautiful. It has different settings. This setting we have right now, it's a multicolored light setting, and we have it like on a fade in and fade out. But this tree will like go from, like, if I wanted to keep this tree up on the 4th of July, it would do a blue red, and it's just really just beautiful. And I'm going to turn out the lights to show you exactly how it looks when I turn out the lights. But first off, I wanted to show you a couple things. This is also from LisaRobinson.com too, and this is like the starburst. I used to have an angel up at the top, and that angel is on another flock tree in the office. And last year I had ribbons on the starburst, but this time it seems like the way I situated it, it looked like it didn't really even need any ribbon, and I just put one of the French horn ornaments up there. And these little orbs here, I've had these like since I was in grade school, and I've kept them ever since. And then one thing I like with decorating a tree too, I really like having things like, you know, plumes or like different leaves and gold leaves and stuff kind of like coming out of it to make the tree just look like it's just coming alive. And I've also have this is wired ribbon that I have going from the sides. This is also one tip that I got. I think Lisa was selling these candle ornaments, and when I saw them, they were a little bit more expensive on her site, and we happened to find them actually on Amazon, and they're really nice. I think I would never have a tree without having these candle lights, because they just remind me of such a vintage time. Because believe it or not, people actually used to put like real candles, lighted candles on a tree. I'm like, how did they do that? I don't know how they did it, but I like this so much better. And what's nice, and then this year we tried this tree candle, and this one actually flickers a little bit, but it actually will stay, it'll just stay still too. So you can, but we decided just to have one that would flicker, and then all the other ones would be still. And usually every year I try to add something a little different. I try to change it up. because I remember when I was a child, you know, like my grandmother's maiden name was Blue. So, and my mother and my grandmother were always like, they would go shopping together, and then they would get Christmas decorations together. So like my grandmother's maiden name was Blue. So, that was her name, Blue. And then, so she would have blue balls. So she would have blue ball ornaments and a white tree. And my mother, she really liked pink. And maybe that's why I like pink so much too, or it's kind of influenced me a lot. She would have a white tree with pink ornaments, pink ball ornaments. And so, so it's like now I kind of really just kind of like, I have a variation of all kinds of different ornaments, some new, some that are vintage, that are part of my hubby's family, that have memories for him, some that have memories for me. Usually I try to get something new every year. Some are from actual trips that we've attended, went to, and we picked up Christmas ornaments. This is a Christmas ornament that I got from Lisa this year. It's actually, I've never seen it like that before, but it's actually a mirrored ornament on both sides. It's a mirrored ornament on both sides, and it's on like a gross grain ribbon, and I have some glass ornaments up here. Peace. I mean, that's something that we actually were giving at church, and we actually purchased one of these ornaments from church. These poinsettias were from Hobby Lobby that I got on clearance, and I had been using them in one of our vases, and I just said, let me see how this would look on the tree, and it just pops. And I like the little birds on here. These little peacocks are new ornaments. There's some that are vintage, like this actually is from going to the Biltmore, and this is a vintage. This is something that my mother had ornaments from. It's a little cherub. So my hubby likes boots and hats, so I have hat ornament in there. I like owls. There are owls. There's actually pine cones in here. So there's I don't know if you remember when Valerie Parhill on QVC, she had these ornaments where she actually was playing the piano, and I played the piano too, and I just thought it was really neat. And you just open it up. Isn't that cool? She doesn't make them anymore, but after all these years, it's still playing. I thought that was so cool. So I have those on here, and it's just a burst of, I mean, that's the reason why we decorate. And I say this so many times before, because in spite of everything what's been going on this year, it's a joyous time, and it's such a reason to, it is a reason to celebrate life, and to celebrate family, and to celebrate the coming of a new year. Number one is celebrate the birth of Jesus, and it's just a reason to celebrate and to be thankful, because there's so much to be thankful. And I don't know if you watch Creflo Dollar, but his wife Taffy Dollar said something that was really, really cool. That she said, you know, be thankful for what you have. Maybe even you can start some new traditions this year. And we just kind of, and it doesn't matter. This is also a thing too. It doesn't matter how big your house is, and it doesn't matter how small it is. You still can decorate. You still can decorate. It doesn't matter. I used to think, oh, and I still say, oh, you know, I think if my house was even bigger, it would probably be, I would have just had more decorations. But you can still decorate in a small square footage. So whether you're in an apartment or home, you can decorate. So I just wanted to share the tree here. This nativity scene, we've had this nativity scene for at least 10 or 15 years. And we really like the nativity scene. We actually got this nativity scene, believe it or not, we got this nativity scene from Sam's. And so what I did was I just put some like the battery operated lights around it. and it's all kind of like a paper mache porcelain, and it's one of our favorite things. And we just put that right here because we actually have our little village here. So this is kind of my hubby's territory. He really likes the putting up the village. And what happened one year is that I noticed that some of the villages were actually, the batteries were going out, and they weren't going out. And we were like, oh man, it'd be great if we could actually get them lit again. And then we looked at the directions and we realized, oh, all we had to do was get a certain type of light and change it, and all the lights are on now. So it just really, really, really is great. This candle's on a timer, so it hasn't came on yet, but this one has. So it's just, and actually these are Valerie Parr Hill villages, and isn't it something how they fit right in well with all the other villages, the church and the theater and the bank and the floral shop, and it just all fits in really well. And I don't know if you remember, I'm going to turn out the lights so you can see this. For a while on QVC, they were having like these tapestry wall hangings. And I've really always thought they were really, really, really pretty. They really don't talk about them too much, but I really like them. And all it is just a couple of AA batteries in the back, and we light it up at night. It was funny because with one of these, it's like it came up on a timer, so it would cut off and it would cut on. But like now we'll just turn it off because we try to conserve the batteries. But it's really pretty. It's a tapestry. It's really nice. It's just really something that you really don't see a lot of in homes. And we happened to find one because my cousin was really wanting one, and so I happened to find on Amazon, or I think my hubby happened to find it on Amazon, where they actually were selling. It was a little smaller, but it still was the same concept, and it was kind of reversible. So you could turn it, it would be Christmas, kind of like the LED lights showing on one side, and then in the spring you could flip it over. It didn't have lights on that side, but you could flip it, you could actually do, it was reversible. This one isn't reversible. It actually has like black fabric in the back, but it has like the trees and the churches and everything in the little house here, and it's just really, really nice. So, and the last thing I want to show you, reefs and the Believe. And the Believe it or not, came from Brylane, and the lights were not working right. But the one beautiful thing about technology right now is that you actually can have battery operated lights, and actually with the battery operated lights, it actually is more light on the Believe than the lights that it actually came with. So that's kind of how this one is. So it actually says Believe, and actually I just put the battery pack right here and just put the lights just all around it. And then this wreath, it's battery operated, and it has different settings. So it'll actually go from color, it'll actually go from color to clear. So you can do clear also. And we've been doing clear since I got clear on this wreath here. We decided to do like a little color kind of, and it actually is on a timer, and I added like a burlap kind of bow, just on the flock. And that was from QVC, but I added in like the pine cones, the real pine cones. And this wreath, it's a cranberry wreath, and I added 2 ornaments in, and I also added battery operated lights here too, because what happened is that it seems like after the first season, the lights went out, and because it had a candle right in the middle, and sometimes I'll put a candle in the middle, but this time I just put the lights on the outside, and I may still put a candle in the middle, we'll see. And but the lights went out, so by having battery operated lights, I was able to make it even more brighter and make it even more festive. Because see, like for example, if I wanted to add, I added, and then this is another thing too with the tree, just going back to the tree, is that I added little candle holder, well, it's actually a kind of tall candle holder with faux poinsettias underneath the tree. There's actually like a little rocking horse underneath there. And if my hubby, if you can get in close, if you can see, I actually still have like all my coloring books from when I was a little kid that my parents gave me underneath the tree as well. So now just a tip where if I wanted to add, so if I wanted to add this candle, like add a faux candle to, I could just take the ornament out, and then I could just put that in, and then just put that on the side, and then that would be, I could add that just like that if I wanted. So I could do it just like that if I wanted to. So there's tons of things that you can do to bring spice and bring festivity and bring all kinds of fun to your home and Christmas cheer. So I try to do this every year to share just some little tips on how you can make any size home feel more vibrant. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, even if you just want to add some festivity and lights to your home, then there's always ways you can do it. Even if you wanted to just add just clear lights, or if you wanted to add like clear lights if you had a railing or something. So there's always different things you can do. So I just wanted to share with you that. And again, have a safe and happy holiday. Merry Christmas. And I hope that you'll take some of the tips that I've shared and actually share with me what are some of your Christmas decoration things that you do now, or what different traditions that you bring into your home that maybe your parents or some of your relatives have influenced you with. So until next time, this is JTwisdom, and remember that God is for you, and be elegant, be bold, and be you.